story, I'd like to give special shout outs to my family, my husband Thomas, my daughter Sarah, and my son Noah, as well as my in-laws and friends. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the love and support, and my teacher, Miss Lo, thank you for everything. So the title of the story that I'm going to read is Surviving It All, The Places That Shaped Me. I'm a survivor. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to work harder. These song lyrics remind me that I'm a survivor, and it's what I've survived that has shaped me into who I am now. I survived a challenging childhood. I survived a bad marriage and gave birth to 2 wonderful children. I survived the transition from moving to new places and adapting to new cultures. Throughout my journey, there are 3 places in particular that have shaped my identity. I was born in Pangasinan, a province in the west central area of the island Luzon in the Philippines. I grew up in an area where it is hard to see the end of the farmland because of the endless rice crops. I love waking up in the morning, looking at the sunrise in between the mountains. I'm a daughter of farmers and grew up having my basic needs. But growing up, I struggled not having electricity at night to do my homework. I struggled from all the strong typhoons that we experienced and even lost our house once because of it. Sorry. I promised myself not to cry, but I can't help it. So our house was made of bamboo and plywood that can easily be broken from typhoons, which is why we had to evacuate from our house to church. The church had better foundation and structure to give us shelter. I also struggled to finish high school because I had to work at a young age, just storing money to buy school supplies and new clothes for the next school year. Despite the struggles I faced, I survived, never gave up, and graduated with honors. My hometown represents who I was and made me an independent individual built to meet challenges that I would encounter next. I eventually married a man and found myself living in Okinawa, Japan. The island is amazing when it comes to their culture, hospitality, and the kindness of Okinawans. It was such a beautiful place to live, but even beautiful places have their challenges. It all started when I gave birth to my daughter. I wasn't ready to take the responsibility as a mom because I was too young and overwhelmed with the commitment of being a parent. I was married to a man who was serving in the military, which made it difficult raising a newborn child alone. The relationship fell apart. We ended up divorced. The decision that I made was desperate, but I wanted my daughter to live and grow in a happy home. I survived and moved on from the bad marriage and met a man who is now my husband. He took the responsibility of being a father to my daughter and gave us what I call a home. In addition to my growing family, I gave birth to my son. At this point in time, I was more prepared and adjusted to having a family. I was fortunate enough to get the chance of having a family once again. Okinawa represents who I am today, and it made me a better parent to my family. Jacksonville, North Carolina is the place I call home today. This place has shaped my identity through all the social trials of life: family, friends, faith, community, and career. I had to adapt to a new environment with my family and make the important decision of where to buy a home. I needed to consider my children's education, their safety, and raising them properly. Being a full-time mom, I needed guidance that could help me physically, mentally, and spiritually. I found a small church where I met some wonderful people and strengthened my faith, and at the same time taught my children good morals and values. I consider myself blessed with my new friends and have embrace them as part of my family. I want to set a good example to my children, so I decided to pursue my higher education and earn a college degree to have a better career in the future. Jacksonville represents what I always wanted to be. All these places shape my identity. These are the places that made me a survivor. My hometown has shaped and taught me that having a challenging life is not a hindrance to grow to be a responsible person and be independent at a young age. Okinawa has shaped me to be a strong woman and responsible mom. Jacksonville was where I fulfilled my duties as a mom, strengthened my faith, and worked harder to pursue my dreams. These places are important to me because they are the location along the journey of my life, the journey that has made me the person I am today. Life is a never-ending journey, and my family is my core. I will never give up, I will never stop, and I'm going to work harder to achieve my dreams because I'm a survivor.